Hello, mujeba leko baganda bange kansubire mwenna olunaku lutambudde bulungi here and there. Ekiriwo olunaku olwaleero kyekyokuba nti mukulu Honorable Kyagulanyi abaddeko wagendako mu kakiiko ak'ebyokulonda naye kitegeezese nti agenda kuba nga agendayo nkya. Naye ensonga gye nzija okwogerako olwaleero eri very important. Omusajja omuyimbi Omunigeria ababiri abakwatiddwa mu kivulu kye babaddemu mukulu amanyikiddwa nga Omare, I think, then n'omulala bamuyita Thames. Incident eyo yabaddewo olunaku olw'ejjo omukulu oyo we yakwatiddwa. Bazze okupafominga mu Uganda ne bakola ekivulu kyabwe ne kigenda mu maaso. At the end of the day, we bamaze okukola ekivulu babadde bali wakamina wherever in the hotel, government nejja, the police and other security agencies, and they were arrested. Olunaku olwaleero ne babateeka before the courts. Ne babagamba nti they are being accused of okumenya amateeka aga COVID-19 n'okuba nti baspreadinga COVID-19. But what has happened is nti now Nigerians all over the world naddala ku social media bringing up okulaba nti balwanirira omuyimbi waabwe. Ensonga eno of course fenna tukimanyi nti actually what Uganda is doing right now is it is a kidnap. Until now they are kidnapping artists from other countries in order to either to cover up their incompetencies, because if you hired someone to come and then this person at that particular moment about COVID and so on and so forth. So if you arrest the managers, then you don't need to arrest the artist, because artist yet taina take in spreading COVID-19 and so on and so forth. Kakati, what is happening is, because governments these days, I don't know, African governments, zitwale into so lightly. Because the problem is this, in arresting a person like that, over a musician, it can lead to a diplomatic catastrophe between the two countries, that is Uganda and Nigeria. Remember last time, whenever ngabali bakuba abantu mu Uganda, bakuba abantu emiggo, and bakuba abavubuka olw'okuba nti bali protestinga, the government said abantu abakuba abantu emiggo still bava Nigeria. So as we speak today, Nigerian artists are coming up in support of their fellow artists, amanyikiddwa nga Thames, mulala amanyikiddwa nga Omare. Now, Uganda police yamanya nti these people are going to perform. Even MTN, who are the official sponsors, they advertised. So these people, it means they had the clearance. If they had the clearance to perform, then I don't see why the Uganda government is actually detaining and arresting them. Because what is going to lead to, actually, it will lead to a diplomatic catastrophe between the two countries. I don't think that we have anyone in leadership today in Uganda. Because even an issue like this, no matter to intelligence, to CMI, to ISO, to ESO, External Security Organization and Internal Security Organization, and something happens, oh yeah. Now these two artists, as we speak today, they have been aligned in the courts of law. Nebaba bail, nebaba zaye chitalia, I think nechigo, jebaba sibide onako ralero. Now, the artists are Nigeria, because in Africa, African music today, but Nigeria, we level. Like Nigerians are the ones who are good in every aspect of music in terms of Africa. Now, what is happening in Uganda is that in February 2021, Mama, I think it is Mama Awards, MTV, whatever, African Music Awards. Ezigenda mu Uganda mu Kampala. This is an initiative eyakolebwa Ministry of Tourism eya Uganda. Kati nga Ministry of Tourism yagula ekivulu kino ekyokutegeka Mama Awards okubanga bazileeta mu Uganda to promote tourism Kiwanda ne banne. Now the Nigerians have said nti kakati they are going to boycott the Mama Awards. Now wobango ina Mama Awards nga tezirimu ba Nigeria, then just note, that those awards have flopped. And it is going to create, of course, international attention, which is actually good. If government you cannot even come out to because most people will say, no, I will stand with my country on this one. But you cannot stand with a country that has kidnapped a person from a different country. Sinza kubeera wano and another country kidnaps my artist, or they kidnap a fellow artist, and then we all just keep quiet. So the Nigerians right now are trying to fight back to make sure that their artist is being released. Mujukire last year omuyimbi amanyikiddwa nga Yvonne Chakachaka naye bamukidnappinga ne bamudeportinga back to her country, South Africa. Mama wa Africa, she was deported because Yvonne Chakachaka is one of the best African artists in Africa today. And because she said that Bobby Wine is a great leader, it got her deported. Ono Temzi ne Omare, they have been arrested today. They were floating COVID rules. Now, wetugendako ku Twitter katini omukulu we bamukutte there's no tweets ze yawandisa amanyikiddwa nga Omare. Yagaye nti bannange ndi ku mpingo, I'm in handcuffs right now. That is 5 hours ago with Thames. I'm just a singer trying to entertain. Why am I being set up in Uganda? Now what is happening is the Nigerians now think that their musician was set up. This is a setup. This musician, Omare, is being caught up in a political scandal that is taking place in Uganda between the incumbent, who is a dictator, 35 years, and Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Because as you see, Masoka, Jakulaba Antino, our Nigeria, because now they are trying to pay attention on, because what it is leading to is the dictatorship of Museveni, because these people, this guy was set up. Tibagandi mugende muleteyo mu Nigeria setting up tumukwate so that social media can erupt and become into a volcano. But now what is happening, actually it is imploding within the NRM and within the government itself, because this is really a political setup. Omuvubuka bamulese ne bamuperformingsa, then ne batukwatagana n'abantu ne bagamba nti olumala tumukwate for their own reasons, and I don't know which reasons. The guy cried out, why am I being set up in Uganda? So the promoters set you up, Omare. The police was in this, as well as the dictator himself was in this. They were all in cahoots. You were set up. Next time when you come into Uganda, my brother, first make a bit of research. First Google and see. So for any musician, and this is going to be it's a very bad predicament. Yvonne Chakachaka was deported, and people kept quiet. Now another Nigerian has been kidnapped and deported. Now it has exploded. It is going to become a red alert to all artists all over the world that if you go to Uganda, you might be arrested or you might be kidnapped in one way or the other. So he went on to say, I didn't organize a show. I came on stage. I saw teaming fans and sang to them. Why am I being detained? Why am I not given a right to a fair hearing? Shegera, Omare should have made his research that for 45 years Ugandans have not even got a fair hearing. We ourselves do not even have a fair hearing, my brother. So do not expect this government to give you a fair hearing. That is what happens. Yvonne Chakachaka was revved and caught up. Yvonne Chakachaka was grabbed and taken away like a chicken thief. Mama of Africa, she was taken away like a chicken thief and deported back to South Africa. They took her phone, they took her purse, and all of the money that she had on her. They took all the money, and she was bundled up and taken to South Africa. That's what they did to Yvonne Chakachaka, Mr. Omare. And do not expect a fair hearing, trust me. They are not going to give it to you. Nagamba, why is the Uganda government not letting Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs to step into this? They have been trying to secure our release, but no avail. Now, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria, of course, the Nigerian High Commission in Uganda, has been in touch to see that their musician is being released. And the government has made sure that they do not intervene in the matter because the matter has become political. That is what is happening. And this is going to lead to a diplomatic catastrophe between Uganda and the Nigerians. And remember, Uganda has been benefiting from Nigeria as a country, whereby most of the Nigerians have been coming to Uganda, Ngabasoma, KU, and other universities. So if this happens, trust me, it's going to give a bad image about Ugandans and Nigerians. Back in the days, people thought that, oh, Nigerians and this and this and that. But Ugandans now, we are actually becoming a very bad name. Because you never know what the Nigerians back in Nigeria would do to Ugandans who live there. Because this government just does things without thinking. Because they want to make sure until our Uganda all over the world, wherever they are. For them, they just make actions, stupid actions. Now, the gentleman went on and said, is there something bigger at a play in Uganda? Why do I have to take the fall for it? Nti waliwo ddala ekintu ekyamaanyi ekigenda maaso mu Uganda. Lwaki nze gwe bafudde? Lwaki nze gwe bafudde okuba nti nno nkola ki nfuukibwa ekyokulabirako? Omare, there is something big that is going on in Uganda. We have an election in January, on the 14th of January. You came at a time where the country is highly on a higher alert of political tensions. There is too much political tensions today in Uganda. You should have made your research. You should have known the thing that you're coming into. These people did not want you to perform. These people didn't want to give you money, but they set you up to make sure that you become their bait, to use you in all these scandals of COVID money that has been corrupted, in this scandal of mistreating Ugandans and beating up Ugandans and kidnapping Ugandans and torturing and all this kind of thing. You were set up and now you have become the person who is serving as an example. Unfortunately, that is really sad. And Omar, we also know that our own artists are part of this. And that is why most of them who came out to condemn you, they were part of the whole plan. But artists in Uganda were complaining. Do not feel sorry for them. It was part of the plan. They said we shall bring a Nigerian to perform. Then afterwards, when we bring him, we arrest him. Uganda government of recent, Omare, let me tell you, they engaged the government, the police. They set up spies and they went to a sex party. In the sex party, the Uganda policemen, some of them, the spies, performed in sexual acts with these people. And afterwards, they notified their fellow police officers, look here, there's a sex party here, it is flouting COVID rules. You come and arrest these people. After these police officers taking part. So when they took part, then they called on their fellow officers, and the fellow officers came and raped these women up and took everyone. Because they engaged in the orgy. They were in an orgy with the prostitutes, and then afterwards, after enjoying themselves and they were satisfied, now they called on the police. That is what happened, Omare. So you are being set up. So if the police managed to infiltrate a sex party, how could you tell me that police couldn't manage to infiltrate a concert that was known that it was taking place in Uganda? Mr. Omare, you were actually set up. Very sorry for you, but next time be very careful whenever wonobanga ojja mu Uganda okulaba ntino o performing up. Just be careful whenever you come to perform to Uganda. This should be the same thing to any other artist who comes to Uganda, because you never know, you might be charged for any crimes. These are the things that we are going through. You people should know. This is what Ugandans are going through. Just speaking on social media, you can be arrested. Just supporting Honorable Chagulani, an opponent, or Bobby Wine, an opponent to Museveni, it can put you behind bars. That's just that. Just wearing a red cape or a red shirt, it can get you arrested, Mr. Omare. It can get you arrested. So you should have known all that. So be careful. For any artist who is going to Uganda, they can arrest you for anything. Just even for looking good, anything, you can be arrested. Now, several artists and several people in Nigeria have condemning ebikorwa ebya government ya Uganda. Omukulu, one of the biggest, of course, musicians in Nigeria, manyikiddwa nga Burna Boy, avuddeyo n'awandiika nti Uganda, please, we need our people home and safe, free Thames and free Omare. Now, omukulu amanyikiddwa nga Burna Boy is one of the best musicians in Africa today as we speak. Oyo buli wayogera ensi ewuliriza. Muve ku baana abayimbi bammwe. Oshegera. But oyo buli wayogera, the whole country, Nigeria, listens. Now, abagambye nti Uganda banayi mutuyambe mukoleki. We are actually becoming ridiculed. This is the thing that they did to Bobby Wine, and they embarrassed themselves. These people, bo baagala nnyo embarrassment. So kakati Burna Boy agambye nti, guys, please free our people. Tebalina musango. Which is right. They should deal with the event organizers and the other guys. Because you cannot tell me that you managed to infiltrate a sex party, but you couldn't manage to infiltrate a concert that was organized, a few days and a few months prior, and you knew the date and everything. So this was a typical setup. Now, what these Nigerians are doing is they are calling for the boycott of the Mama Awards. of 2020, of which the Mama Awards, of course, they will not help any, any Ugandan. It is Yamba here and there. So for me, I think it is an initiative. For the reason as to why they put the Mama Awards there after elections is because they know they want to put people's minds off the election results and then think about something else, so that to cover up whatever they have done during the elections. And like it or not, these things will not actually, the awards will even not actually happen, or they will not take place. Now, omukubayimbi omulala amanyikiddwa nga Yemi Alede naye yavuddeyo n'awandika, promoters need to do better. You bring in artists to your country without properly briefing their team. Exactly. So if you bring in artists, if the promoters are arrested, well and good. But leave the artist alone. Because artist was that everything is in order, but you did not sort anything out, unfortunately. So what is happening today is now all Nigerian musicians and artists are creating all this kind of gundi. They're actually screaming and making a lot of noise because social media and Facebook and all these other accounts to make sure inti baleta putting a government ya Uganda on pressure. Now, one of the other gundi artists and musicians and so on and so forth, dear Nigerians artists, we could help Ugandans restore their democracy by calling for boycott Mama 2021. Just like the Ugandan government is humiliating Temi's Baby and Omare, they are also humiliating opposition leader and musician Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu over Bobi Wine. So now the Nigerians are now going to demand something more than just freeing Omare and the other one, but now they are going to call, of course they are going to boycott these Mama Awards because Bobi Wine is being humiliated and is being, beaten up left, right and center. So these guys, of course, they are not going to be happy about anything that is going on. If you go to Twitter right now, what is going on, it is a real war that these guys are trying to. These guys are really trying to bring this country, they're trying to bring Museveni's government down, and I don't think that there is any Ugandan musician who will be accepted, of course, to go and perform in Nigeria. Because Kakati Chiolaba right now is 10 Nigerian artists bebabadde balina okujja mu Mama Awards. And for me, I support the boycott of Mama Awards. But now, what they should do is and now 10 people, 10 artists who are going to be performing. So all these 10 artists, of course the government won't be making any money, but these are just public concerts that they are bringing up in order to to have a different image on what they are doing to people today. But I would like to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Uganda, Africa. Nigeria is the biggest economy in the continent. It has the biggest everything. Musicians, singer, footballers, singer. And if they bring the fight to you on social media, trust me, it's going to become global. So to my brothers in Nigeria, if you want Omare released by tomorrow, or if you want Temi's released by tomorrow, simple. Just say free Bobi Wine. Do that. Free Bobi Wine. They will release him. Or say Museveni must go. Say that. Trust me, that government, this government, it fears words more than even people. But if you say those two words are the most feared words in Museveni's government, free Bobi Wine, Museveni must go. If you say those words, these two musicians will be released in no time. If you say those words, those two musicians, they will be released. Trust me. Those are the two words that our government fears. Museveni must go, Bobi Wine, free, Museveni must go, Bobi Wine for president. Such words, or you mention anything with Bobi Wine or Kyagulanyi, anything, any word with Bobi Wine, trust me, by tomorrow Omare will be on the next flight to Lagos. Besides that, well, you can take the longer route of, free Omare, that one can work. But on the other hand, what you need to concentrate on free Bobi Wine, or Bobi Wine for president, or Museveni must go. If you use those words, those are the most feared statements in our country. And trust me, the dictator who kidnapped your musician, your 2 musicians, will be released. The gentleman will be released by tomorrow. Besides that, let us just pray for the release of Mr. Omare and the Thames. But Mr. Omare is crying. I understand he was set up, and he also says that why he's not being given a fair hearing. That is something we have lived with as Ugandans for the past 35 years. I, for one, I'm not even 40, but I've never had a fair hearing. I'm not even 35. Museveni has been in power for 35 years now, coming to 36. But I've never got a fair hearing ever since I was born in this country. Trust me, I've never got a fair hearing, me as an individual. Until today, I've never got a fair hearing. And whenever I step in those courts of law, no Ugandan can tell you that you will receive justice. No Ugandan can tell you that you will receive, justice. You will be, there will be justice in the courts of law, or you will get a fair hearing. There is no Uganda who will tell you that. And that's the situation we have lived in, some of us who were not even born on this regime. Thank you very much for listening to me. We pray that these 2 musicians are released, and we pray that this doesn't escalate into a diplomatic situation that gets worse. That gets worse, because at the end of the day, the people who will suffer it will be the Ugandan people and not the people in government, or the people who are doing these things, setting up musicians and kidnapping them. Alright, subscribe to the channel, follow me for more updates that will be coming up between the Nigerian musician and what it will lead to, and also the other news concerning Uganda, Bobby Wine, and anything that is taking place, especially as we head towards the next election on January 14th, 2021. We shall always keep you updated here on my channel and everything that is actually going on. Have a blessed day. Subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.